What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 83, and we start today's episode off by seeing that we've been given £1 million for progressing into the Europa League final. Of course, if you missed the last episode, we beat Sporting over 2 legs by 2-1 in the semi-finals and are into the final of the Europa League, where we'll be taking on, guess who? Atletico Madrid, the side who we obviously beat in the Copa del Rey final last year. So we're going to be looking to try and make it 2 out of 2 against Atletico Madrid in final. So really looking forward to that. Of course, our first European final since arriving here with Racing Santander. That will be in the next episode. It's going to be a live commentary, so yeah, look forward to that. And we take on Espanyol for the first game of today's episode here. And of course, coming into this game, as you would have seen by the league table, if we get a win in this game, we guarantee Champions League football next season at El Sardinero, if of course we get through the qualifier at the start of next season. So coming into this game, you know, the stakes, I wouldn't say the stakes couldn't be higher because we still had a couple of games to go, but even so, it was going to be a sort of, you know, get the job done now game for us, really. Get the job done now and make sure we can have not a rest per se, but, you know, just make sure we're okay, knowing that our future is secure next season. But the first chances of the game did actually fall to Espanyol. First a free kick, and then this save by Ruben Blanco. They were looking very threatening early on, but in the second half here, 8 minutes after the restart, again they come forward looking for the opening goal of the game. They play it through towards Slimani, and I don't know why Juanpe just seemed to leave the ball there, but Slimani ran forward and he took the shot, it hit the post, and Ruben Blanco made the save. So pretty fortunate, and for the entire game really, it was all Espanyol, and that's why in the 57th minute I was very pleased to see Cañas get himself sent off and get himself a straight red card for this challenge on Tunkara, and Espanyol went down to 10 men. So just an idiotic challenge really by the Espanyol number 14. There was no need for that. And is it a red card? Well, it's a late challenge, he is from behind, but then again you consider where the ball is on the pitch. Maybe some referees would have said a booking would have been enough there, but you can see why the referee did give a red card, let's just say that. And even so, Espanyol now down to 10 men. The game looked as though it was going to finish as a draw, to be honest, you know, at that stage, or if anything, Espanyol were going to win the game. Now they were down to 10 men, it was all about, you know, could we score the winning goal? And as you can see in the 68th minute, Kenneth Vermeer had to make a good save for Espanyol and keep it at 0-0. But in the 72nd minute, Paco Candela plays the ball through towards Ronnie Ariaguza. He finds Oliver Torres here. Torres fake shots around his man, gets himself past the challenge, keeps on going, then takes a step over, gets himself inside, and the referee gives a penalty as Torres hits the deck there. And at first, I didn't know what Torres won the penalty for. It seemed like he just sort of slipped over a little bit. But as I watched it on the replay, there was a shirt pull. And whenever there's a shirt pull and a player hits the floor, it's pretty much guaranteed he's going to win a penalty. So as you can see there, he's dragging on the back of the shirt, and it's a definite penalty. So penalty to Racing Santander, almost said Espanyol. Penalty to Racing Santander, who with 15.5 minutes to go. If Tunkara scores this goal, it pretty much means that we are going through to the Champions League next season, and we'll have Champions League football for the first time in the series. And as he sends Vermeer the wrong way, the celebrations start, because we know that we're surely going to win this game and collect the 3 points we need to keep us in the top 4 for the remainder of the season. So Tunkara gets the goal here, Vermeer goes the wrong way, it's 1-0 to Racing Santander, and it was just pure stupidity from Cañas, because had he not get himself sent off, Espanyol could have gone on to win the game. In all honesty, they were playing better than us. Instead, he got himself a red card, and after that it was all Racing Santander. Christian Fernandez had a great chance to make it 2-0 in the 84th minute here, but the shot was saved by Vermeer, but the follow-up header was put in by Paco Candela, and Candela makes it Espanyol 0, Racing Santander 2. So that's it, the game is ours. We are going to get the 3 points, and that does mean we have guaranteed a top 4 finish, and we'll be playing Champions League football next season at El Sardinero if we can make it for our qualifier. So the main aim this season was to qualify for the Champions League for next year, and I honestly didn't know whether we were going to do it or not. Even in the first half of the season, when for a while we were actually top of the table, I still didn't know whether we would be able to hold on, because our squad, you know, even though it's got so much better than it started off at, of course, from the very beginning of Racing Santander, as Christian Fernandez comes off the bench and makes it 3-0 in stoppage time here to put the icing on the cake. I still wasn't sure whether we'd be good enough, because the squad, it has got a lot better, and I was going to deny that, but it's still not great. You know, there are still many teams in this Spanish division that are probably stronger than us, you know, the squad, not just the first team. So to have these aims of qualifying for the Champions League may have been a little bit ambitious, but I definitely felt as though if we just kept on picking up the points in key games, we would, you know, eventually be rewarded come the end of the season. season, and we've had some massive wins this season. At home against Real Madrid being a big one, obviously away against Valencia being probably the biggest, and that win against Espanyol, to win it 3-0 and pull it out of the bag after struggling for so much of the game, and for the majority of the game really, after they went down to 10 men, we didn't sit there and say, okay, they've been putting us under pressure, so we'll just try and hold on for a point and then, try and secure qualification in the next 2 games. I just thought, no, this is our chance now, we can do it. And that's the ambition we've had all throughout the season. We've had these ambitions of qualifying for the Champions League, and we've done it. As you saw by the news article, we're ecstatic, we've qualified for the Champions League, and of course we will play a qualifier next season. But if we can get through that, we'll be playing Champions League group stage football at El Sardinero, and I couldn't be happier. Still following that, we entered May, and we had a youth score monthly report. I did decide to promote 2 players. Of course, one was young Hannah Lucy, and the other one was Carranza Albrahim. Is that how you pronounce that? Now, the reason I only promoted 2 of those players is because we have 40 players in this squad right now, and that means if we promoted other players, they would probably, I think my understanding is they get released into the free agents pool. And obviously, because when you release a player, approaches get blocked, you can't re-sign them from the free agents pool. I thought it's best just to promote 2, and then next season, if we shift on a few players, we can try and promote some others. So yeah, we go ahead and promote Elise and also Albrahim. Of course, Elise is the one we can't wait to start using. And we also have a squad report as well, so we can check out how the players are currently doing in the final month of football for us. It's actually been really decent. I will say again, as I said a few times before, I'm really disappointed with Aguza's development. The fact he's still a 72 is quite a surprise to me. But at the end of the day, he's only 18 years old, so you can't expect too much. But some of the signings we've made have been fantastic. Rodriguez, an incredible deal for us, and you guys made the signing, so thank you very much for that. Rodriguez has been fantastic. I've been really impressed with Concha Salas at the back since arriving in January. Perez has done really well for us, now up to a 78 overall. He's been very good. Rana Delgado arrived in January, and he scored some key goals for us on loan. So yeah, it's been a very decent season for us, and I'm really, really pleased with what we've done here at Racing Santander. To complete the aims of qualifying for the Champions League has just been fantastic for us, and of course to reach the Europa League final as well, it's just remarkable. I mean, you can't really ask for more than that. Yes, the Copa del Rey, in our defence of the trophy, to get knocked out in a relatively early round to Sevilla was a little bit disheartening, but we did have a backup squad in both of the games, so focus on the positives. A fantastic performance in the league and in Europe as well, and I could not be happy about that. But as you can see as well, Elise and Albrahim both accepted their contracts, so they've been promoted to the first team, so I'm very, very pleased with that. And as you can see their stats here, Albrahim looks pretty decent, 68 overall, 16 years old left midfielder, not the paciest of players as we expected, nothing really too negative though, as he's an exciting prospect as well, which is fantastic. And Elise as well, he comes out the academy at 75 overall. Look at those defensive stats, crazy good, and of course he's got the potential to be special, so you better believe the next season, I don't know who exactly is going to get dropped. I don't want to drop Aguza, I don't want to drop Obiang either, but I'm definitely going to make room for Elise, because he looks absolutely incredible, doesn't he? Still, we'll take on Valladolid for the second of the 3 games in today's episode here. And as you can see by the league table, coming into this game, we are 3 points ahead of Atletico Madrid, who currently sit in 4th place. So coming into this game, of course, with the season winding down, this being the penultimate game of the season, the job wasn't done this year, because we still could finish in 3rd place in this La Liga league table. And that would, of course, guarantee us a group stage place in next season's Champions League, not just in going through a qualifier to get to the group stage. It will be guaranteed to get into the group stage, or that's my understanding anyway. So coming into this game, I didn't rest all the players and just treat it as a bit of a friendly for us and a bit of a post-season congratulatory game for the fact that we've guaranteed qualification for the Champions League next season. No, we really wanted to win this game. We really did want to win this game. We took the lead in the 31st minute as well, with Paco Candela scoring from the header there and making it Racing Santander 1, Valladolid 0. And in the 48th minute we went close again, Perez's header being well saved by the goalkeeper and turned away. So Valladolid sitting around the bottom end of the table, with us being in 3rd place. We definitely fancied our chances, and for the most part in this game it was all Racing Santander really. We were playing much better than Valladolid. They didn't really show up, in all honesty, and after a nice passing move here, Paco Candela, the goal scorer, goes down his left hand side, rises the slide challenge, keeps on going, swings it across, Perez takes a touch and drills the ball past the goalkeeper and makes it Racing Santander 2, Valladolid 0. So 2-0 up in this game and cruising to the victory, cruising to get the win, and playing very, very well indeed. And it was how the game would finish as well. So final score, Racing Santander 2, Valladolid 0, goals for Paco Candela and Ayoza Perez, and of course Candela getting the assist for the second goal as well. What a season he's had, and a very, very good win for us. So really pleased about that win. Of course, as Atletico Madrid lost to Almeria here, you can see in the the goal updates after the game, as they lost to Almeria. That means coming into this game against Sevilla, we'd done it. We'd actually finished in 3rd place with a game to spare. So could you believe it? For the entire season, or the second half of the season at least, I kept on saying, can we finish 4th? Can we finish 4th? Can we finish 4th? No, because we finished 3rd instead. We actually go ahead and finish in 3rd place this season. So absolutely ecstatic with that. And again, my understanding is that does put us into the group stage of the Champions League next season. Now, I might be wrong about that. We might still have to play a qualifier. I'm not too sure, but we should, at least in my opinion, we should, if EA have got this right, be playing a group stage football next year in the Champions League without needing to go through a qualifier. That's my understanding anyway. Maybe I've got it wrong, but we'll have to wait and see. But still, coming into this game against Sevilla, with us guaranteed to finish in the top 4 and finish in a 3rd place, I was very, very pleased with that. So for this game, we had the Europa League final against Atletico Madrid on Wednesday night. I did decide to rest the entire team. There was no need to get anyone tired or injured for that Europa League final on Wednesday night, so I rested the entire team. Not much really happened in the game, to be honest. Pacheco did make one good save, but then he also gave away a penalty with 8 minutes to go as he tripped up Carlos Bacca in the area, and the referee awarded the penalty, and correctly so in my opinion. So great chance for Sevilla to grab themselves a late winner in this game, as Carlos Bacca, who won the penalty, stands up against Fernando Pacheco, who gave away the penalty. So it's Bacca against Pacheco. It is Colombia against Spain. Striker against goalkeeper. Who's going to come out on top from this penalty, the number 9 or the number 13? Sadly for us, it's the Sevilla striker who scores it, sends Pacheco the wrong way, and makes it Sevilla 1, Racing Santander 0. So Sevilla win the game late on. Would have been nice to end the season with a draw, even with this backup team, but to be honest, I didn't play well at all in this game. I was all over the place, really. There was a bit of sad news. There was one injury. Concha got himself an injury late on. Imeric even got an injury late on in this game, and he'll be out for 2 months, but it's not a real big deal because he wasn't going to play on Wednesday night anyway in the Europa League final, and he'll be back for the start of the season for next year. So I'm not really fussed about that injury, to be honest. But there you go. We did lose the game to Sevilla by a goal to 0. So yeah, a bit disappointed to lose the final game of the season, even though it effectively doesn't really mean anything. But regardless, we have finished in 3rd place in La Liga this season, and you've got to be impressed with that. I mean, not just to finish in 3rd place, but also to do it with a game to spare is fantastic. Not to mention the fact we've also reached the Europa League final against Atletico Madrid. That is just a fantastic season. We've done everything we wanted and more. Really pleased with that. We got £11 million for our final league finish. Imeric's out for 2 months. There's the confirmation. And as you can see by the league table, Real Madrid even won the league. Barcelona finished 2nd, then Racing Santander, then Atletico Madrid, then Sevilla and Valencia, and then the teams below that. Valladolid got relegated, as did, I can't remember the other teams that went down. We'll have to wait and see. Valladolid and who was it? Real Betis and Sporting Gijon. So there you go. So that's going to end the episode. So as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please leave a like, and I will see you for the next episode of Club and Country very soon, where we'll show you the final stats of the players for the season, and also have the big Europa League final against Atletico Madrid.